let's elevate your brand and business, shall we? Fakayode Adedayo joins us, UI UX designer, product designer. He's right here with us in our Lagos studio. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
This is a funny joke, an inside joke. Anytime I see UI UX design, I'm like, University of Ibadan. It's good to have you. You know, a lot of people take it for granted that, you know, their business will still do well in this climb without doing some things digitally. And talking about having a website, ensuring your social media is great, but basically also looking at your product or your work, your brand as a product. And those are services that you offer, and I think that this particular line of, you know, services is now quite big. So imagine I'm a business owner, right? What can you do for me? What do I need to do basically to improve my brand?
Okay, first of all, I will need to correct this notion that branding is way more than just logo, colors, or those typography stuff. And when you now talk of product designer and trying to help you as a brand, first I need to understand who your target audience are, who you are trying to pitch to, and also what you are trying to sell to them. So this will help me as a designer or as a tech person to help bring your brand out.
There you go. So UI means user interface, just for people who, it's not University of Ibadan, and UX is user experience. And it's great that we're moving into that phase now. So people begin to see what they're doing beyond just, I'm a fashion designer, I am, you know, this. It's actually, you're for users, and there needs to be some sort of interface. You need to upgrade that experience. So let's walk through some of the mistakes you see brands make in them trying to have that good outing or good, you know, showing for their users. What are some of the mistakes you see, and how do we correct them so that our businesses can keep making profit?
Okay, thank you. So for that, I think first of all, you need to be very intentional about your brand and how people perceive your brand. So from the logo, how people see it, from the font, and down to your website, and maybe your product, the app you are trying, that you want people to use. So right now we are in this era whereby even your laptop, your phone, your device can be your office. You don't really have to step out of your home. You can be in your home and do all this stuff. So as a product designer, how I can help you to bring that out is first, tell a story with your brand. Let people know that this is not just a normal thing. This is something that, this is an experience. People will come and have experience with this, how they feel when they are using those websites or when they are clicking those buttons. You know, they have interaction and experience with it.
Brilliant. Tell a story.
Interesting. You know, for me, the world has become sort of a global village, you know, where the market is not just where we are. The market of any product at that may just be global. And I say this because I've actually heard an events manager tell me that they got a contract from someone outside the country to put together an event for them back here in Nigeria. So that means that the bulk of businesses owned by people not particularly literate in the lingua franca may be missing out on the market. What solutions are available to them to help them scale up their businesses by eliminating the language barrier, but also empowering them with the basic digital skill in branding digitally?
Okay, so if we're talking about leveraging on technology to help brand and, you know, help the knowledge gap also, I think we start with letting people understand that knowledge is, in fact, this era that we are in now, you can get knowledge from anywhere, be it YouTube, Coursera, LinkedIn, and, you know, there are many platforms whereby you can learn and, you know, get knowledge from. And as an expert in the field, I think where are we coming is by making sure people join some good communities where they can get knowledge, getting the right mentor, so that the mentor can tell you, okay, these are the mistakes these other brands have made. We will help you to avoid such mistakes so that you can
But are you thinking of deploying your teaching methods to eliminate the language barrier, to bring the knowledge in their own language so that they can also be empowered with the digital skills, put out their products in their own languages such that they can reach a wider audience?
Yeah, I'm doing that. I think right now I'm even writing a book on transitioning from just a lame person to a product person, and using myself as a case study, because I studied architecture in school, and right now I'm a product designer. I'm using that as an avenue for people to see that, okay, these are the road path or roadmap that I use, so you too, you can just follow suit.
So my colleague just came back from the Global Disability Summit, and it's a conversation that is not quite big right here on the continent and in Nigeria, but out there you see that everybody is factored in for that sense of inclusion. From what you do and what you see, how much of it do we need to do in terms of scaling and expansion to be able to help people who are challenged to be part of this progress you're talking about?
Well, that is a lot. First of all, I think majorly in this part of the world, we've never really explored the part of leverage, like preaching to that set of people yet. However, I've seen a lot of initiatives whereby you see they say they are giving out devices to such people, but it's not just giving devices. Are you giving them with the right tools to use? Like if I'm giving you a laptop, so what are you doing with the laptop? So I have to empower you, or show you how to use Figma, how to use Notion, how to use those softwares, so that they can actually be a plus for you. It's not just about the gadget.
Because at the end of the day, I'm thinking to myself, if somebody who is blind wants to be a good mathematician, how will the interface help the person to be? It has a valid reason to, to aspire. When I see what Cobham does with the keyboard, I'm like, this guy, are you sure you're not really seeing, in some sense, incredible stuff? So are we thinking that deep to say, whatever mileage you give to every other person, persons with disabilities should also have that mileage as well?
Yeah, well, we are actually looking into that, and if you even look to the aspect of AI coming out, you see that you just have to use, there are some AI prompts now that you don't even have to type. Imagine I'm blind, I don't need to type. I can just say words. Can you make me understand how to do this? And they will help you with the voice command. So we're actually looking into that too.
So there's a lot to leverage on. I'm just curious how lucrative this is for you as a young Nigerian, because there are other Nigerians listening and saying, okay, maybe this is something I can follow through, because I saw you just before you came on your laptop. So I don't know if you are replying a client and billing them saying, well, we're going to charge you $100,000 for this job. So just as a final question, how lucrative is this?
Wow, to be sincere, it's really lucrative. Very, very.
When the people start with to be sincere?
They are not sincere.
they're being sincere,
no,
actually.
I'm actually being sincere right now, because I remember when I started on as a graphic designer, I was just doing it. And here brings me to my point. First of all, you have to be consistent with it. You have to be dedicated. You have to unlearn. Even when you fail, you have to retry, because you are not just building a city, you are building a movement for you and your career.
Fakayode Adedayo.
Thank you, sir.
We have to thank you so much. So I'm sure you go back to the conversation with your client. He's a UI, UX designer, product designer. We'll be talking about branding, product design beyond just branding, which a lot of brands need right now. Thank you for your time on the show.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
We'll take another break now. When we return, we're not done just yet. We'll talk about tattoos, but not the painful one, not the, not the invasive one. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.